Hey there, welcome everyone to another episode of Watch Soup. I am Bobby Legs, your co-host here with my other co-host, of course, Clayton from the Watch Dog podcast. Clayton, what is up? What is new? What are you wearing? On your
Um,
wrist. On your wrist.
well, yeah, wearing a nice red from a race, wearing a red shirt from a race.
Right.
I am really, man, it's a rough night. The Tigers' free fall is
Yeah, I
just
saw that.
precipitous, and they were what 15 games ahead of the Guardians and Royals in
Yeah,
July, and they're losing right now. They're tied. They may not make the playoffs. It's one of the
crazy.
most epic collapses of all time.
I let me jump in. In the beginning of the season, Tigers were running away with it, crazy, right? So like today, my Orioles haven't done well this year, so I've been, watching a lot of Mets games because Mrs. Legs is a big Mets fan, and they've had a rocky end of the second half
Yeah.
of the season, and so I just happened to like look at the American League standings, right, to see what's going on, and I couldn't believe when I saw the Tigers, man, they're like they lost 9 out of 10 in their last 10.
And Guardians have
Um,
won, like, 11 in a row, and
yeah,
boom.
it's just
Yep,
bananas, man.
yep. They're not
So,
gonna make the playoffs. They're losing again tonight, so
how many games left? There's like only like 4 or 5 games left, right?
yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so after
Yeah.
today, 4. Yep.
Who do you think is the best hitter in the league?
Oh, god, I don't know. How about you?
All right, so I
A
hate to
cop
admit it.
out.
I hate to admit it.
Judge? It's gotta be
Yeah,
Judge.
he's got to be
Yeah.
judged. I mean,
It's
like I
that's what
know,
I
I
was
know.
gonna say. I felt cliche, though.
Yeah, I mean, I know people want to give it to Otani,
Yep.
but like when you look, and Otani scores a lot of runs, right? He hits home runs. He doesn't drive in as many guys as the other. I mean, I should think he's got over 100 RBIs maybe,
He's
but
got
like the
over
other guys,
50 homers, doesn't he?
he's got like
Yeah.
53, right?
Yep.
Um, Judge got a little hurt, right? So slowed it down. But like the thing is, like he's hitting for average. Now you see like 320 something. Okay, well that's good. That's really good. Not like when you wouldn't think of like that's somebody hitting for average. But when you consider like only like 5 other people are hitting over 300, you know what I mean? Like
That
that's
crazy?
impressive. That's
Yeah.
impressive. You know what I mean? What he's doing. Um, and the question is like when he's healthy, he has monster years, and this year he was mostly healthy and still like for all intents and purposes, monster year. And
Yep.
then but Riley, like Riley from Seattle, like I don't know what to make of that.
Oh, yeah, all those homers. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I,
Yep.
I I mean like I know he's had a couple seasons of 30 home runs. He's still relatively young. He's a catcher. Like those guys take a beating. So I don't know if this is like a one off. You know what I mean? Like if is this guy like a true going to be like a
Is
power
the
hitter?
juice still in the game? Like, how does that work? Is that are they
I
still
don't know.
juicing?
I don't know. I don't think this is like a Brady Anderson
Yeah,
situation
I
where
was just gonna say, I remember Orioles, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think this is Brady Anderson. I mean, it's quite possible. Like, the guy had a couple 30 home run seasons and now has hit 58. Maybe he's just having a year. But yeah, I don't know. I still think I think Judge is the best hitter in the league just
Yeah,
in the last
me
couple of
too.
years, just
Yep.
putting it together, which is crazy because he's a monster. He's like 6'7", 280 pounds.
I know. Those guys are usually just power and
Yeah,
strikeout, home
yeah.
runs and strikeouts.
And he strikes out. Don't get me wrong, he
Yeah.
does strike out. But I mean, like, and I hate this as a Oriole fan admitting it. Anyway, what do you got on wrist?
The Lions won again on Monday night, so I'm
Yeah,
just
nice.
I'm gonna be a broken record, this
Yeah,
season. Well, when they win anyway. So,
yeah.
yeah, Lions, Breitling.
Hey, I didn't realize. I mean, I'm wearing this like my red dial. Hey, Commanders, they also won.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
even with the backup, but
I did
I
a
love.
podcast with my buddy, he has a Packers watch.
Does he really?
He bought a after I bought mine, he's like, "I kinda wanna get a Packers watch." He bought a Packers Timex, and we did a bet for the first game that if the Packers beat the Lions or vice versa, if the Packers beat the Lions, I wouldn't be able to wear my watch during the second game, and,
Yeah,
of course, the Lions got blown out, so, yeah, I couldn't after they won, I put it on, but I could
yeah,
not
yeah.
wear it during the game per our
Yeah.
bet.
All right, all right. Hey,
Yeah,
that's a nice fun bet to
yeah.
have with friends, right? Hey, let's say hello to the people in the chat, and then we'll jump right into the soup. Maison is here. Bonne nuit, mon ami. Yes, good evening to you. In the middle of the night. Yeah, with his Moser heritage. Awesome. Thanks, buddy.
Oh,
Underachieving watch collectors here. Mr. Time Hill is here. How you doing, sir? Caliber. Good to see you. Yeah. Mr. Wood. Good to see. Hey, Eric is here. What's going on, guys?
hey
Okay,
guys.
let's jump right into the soup. I think I'm gonna let you lead off today.
Okay.
Going 1916 Company, the five deadly sins of luxury watches. Tell us what Tim said that evening. We
Yeah, he comes in hot here. Five
yeah,
things Tim hates about watch collectors.
yeah,
This is a positive message, uplifting clickbait, if you
yeah.
will. He's not here to slam people enjoying their watches. It's parody, slamming mean people or some combination of both. He's kind of doing both here, all in good fun. He loves watch collectors, so he mostly hates the act, not
Mm,
the actor.
mm,
So the first thing he really hates, and we'll stop after each one and we'll chat about it briefly. He really hates when people wear metal or ceramic bracelets on the same wrist as a
mm,
watch.
yeah,
He wonders when this became a thing. All the beads, what is it, Mardi Gras all the time around here? What's going on?
yeah.
Right?
Uh,
Metal bracelets constantly grinding against a watch. Scratches can be a badge of honor and wear on a watch, but sharing wrist space with a cheese grater of a bracelet just seems abrasive and careless. It boils his blood. Really fired up about this one.
yeah,
He cut himself on a
mm,
coworker's meat slicer of a bracelet. Imagine what it's doing to your watch. What do
yeah,
you what do you think about this? I see this
yeah.
online all the time, actually.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. I mean, like, I I wouldn't say it's a pet peeve of mine. I'm not that animated against it like he is. I don't wear like bracelets or anything like that. Like, look, if my daughter, makes like a little stringy, little friendship thing, I'll wear it. I'll wear it till like it falls off, right? I mean, and those things, don't really, bother the watch. I mean, I think somebody in the chat like mentioned like, like some like, like a cloth or like a rubber, like something you put around your wrist. Would that be a big deal? And he didn't seem to have a problem with
Right,
it. It was
right.
just like,
Jeremy Clarkson did that, like those rope bracelets and stuff. I
yeah,
think he
yeah.
talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
so like, I that, and then and usually I have that on the other. I don't know. I mean, like, like I get I see the problem with wearing that, especially when you have a bracelet or just like a regular, even with a leather strap. Like, still the case can get marked up, scratched up. But I don't get like, I didn't get like really bent out of shape about it like he did. How about you?
Yeah, it doesn't really I mean, I wouldn't do it, but
Yeah.
to each their own. If somebody wants to
Right.
do it. Recently on the one of the tutor Facebook groups I'm on, somebody posted a picture of wearing, I think it was like the monochrome BB41 with a metal bracelet like right up against it. And of course, a bunch of like negative reactions. So he went a step further. He posted a video in response to that where he was like jangling it and you could clearly
Yeah.
see the
I'll show
and he
you.
just then he really pissed people off. So I actually thought it was kind of amusing. It's like, why get mad? It's his watch.
Yeah.
Unless he goes to sell it one day and like, yeah, it's all
Yeah.
dinged up and everything.
It's
But
all
if
dinged
you're
up.
gonna keep it, it's your watch and you don't mind, then
Yeah.
who am I to say anything?
Right.
Um, the number two thing that Tim hates about watch collectors, watches worn with full factory stickers. It's embarrassing, he says, really embarrassing. They should not be on your wrist at any time. It's ball cap fashion. You know, we see those baseball caps.
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm guilty of it.
47 or yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I think that's cool. That's
yeah,
ball
yeah,
cap fashion,
yeah,
right? A lot of people leave those
yeah.
stickers on the hologram sticker, like
I
under the
I I
gram or
take the
sometimes on top.
I take the tag off. I mean, I
Yeah,
leave
I
the
do that
hologram
too.
on. I leave the
Yeah.
hologram on.
Yeah, the hologram's cool. I think
Yeah,
that's part of it, right? I actually, if I were to buy one of those caps, I would not take that hologram off
yeah,
until it like naturally unpeeled or whatever.
right.
Um, but yeah, don't mix ball cap fashion with wristwatch fashion, and it's especially not cool on a Rolex or an
Yeah,
AP or something. Just don't do it. And a lot of times now, I think the ADs kind of peel all those stickers
yeah,
anyway.
yeah,
But he had to edit a collector conversation once when he realized his guest watches were still covered in the factory stickers. He knew this guy would get roasted in the comment section. Um, these stickers, they also collect like a lot of gross stuff,
yeah,
gunk and hair.
yeah,
They
yeah,
collect more hair than Brett, CC, and the rest of Poison had back in the
yeah,
1980s. And then he also addressed a comment about those protective stickers that you can buy for your luxury watches, and he says that's weird too, and
Yeah, yeah.
you shouldn't do that. So, yeah, how do you feel? Have you ever left stickers on a watch? I think I've been guilty of leaving like a
I,
case back sticker on
yeah,
before.
yeah, definitely the case back. I've been guilty of. I mean, like, I'm sure there's been times when I've been wearing a watch and I'm like, oh shit, there's a sticker that I didn't realize that I didn't
Yeah,
take it off, and it was just by accident. But yeah, I've been obviously guilty of the. I don't know. Sometimes, yeah, it's gross. It's gross, but I'll keep the case back sticker. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why I
yeah.
do that. You know what I mean? But I mean, like, I don't do it on purpose either, though. You know what I mean? So like, yeah,
And sometimes they get like, I'll be honest, the case back sticker is still on my Air King. And I
yeah,
just now like the little green thing, I just never took it off. I don't know
yeah.
why. It
I,
wasn't
I think
like to prevent scratches or
Yeah,
anything. Like it
I think
just,
I did the
it's
same.
still on there. It's
I
still
think I,
on
d-
there.
I think I did
Yeah,
the same with my Rolexes until
yeah,
they fell apart.
yeah,
Let's just say hello quick to Wayben. What's up, Wayben? Good to see you. Joe is here. How you doing, Joe? Um, Mizon doesn't wear jewelry at all, just with his watches. Just all his watches. Okay. And Eric, he just wears a textile or leather bracelet on the same wrist as my watch. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's fine. I think
yeah.
that passes the muster. Yeah.
Earlier tonight when I was taking the Breitling or putting it on, I noticed there was like a sticker still here that I
Yeah.
missed. Like each one of these individual
It
parts of the
happens.
clasp have stickers, and like
Yeah.
sometimes you just miss them. I was
Yeah.
like, oh wow, that's I can't believe it made it. It's
Yeah.
lasted like a year with that on.
Yeah.
All right, where are we here? Number three. This is where things get serious. The third thing he hates when watch collectors trash on anyone's fun. Don't
Mm,
slag down anyone. We don't
yeah.
need these things, right? There is no wrong answer with watches. Opinions are fine. We may not always agree, and that's okay as long as it's done with respect. For instance, Tim doesn't think people should get too deep into micro brands. He thinks it just adds up to a nice luxury watch. The thousands of dollars you spend on micro brands, it could just
Mhm.
be put in one nice watch, kind of like we talked about before. And also, these brands might not be around when it comes to servicing a watch. So your that micro brand watch just might be rendered a consumable when it's all
Yeah.
said and done because that brand might be dead and gone, right? But many people love them and get really involved in them with like wind up and everything. And Tim thinks that's awesome. He's talking about real smack talk here that's done with disrespect, as if one way of spending our money is better than another, right?
Mm,
Um, it tends to be brand specific too. Like people
mhm.
hate on Bell and Ross, Hublot, of course. These sour voices miss the point. We are very fortunate. These are first world problems when it comes to spending money on watches. It's fun. It's not so
Yeah.
serious that we should make fun of how people spend their money on watches. Don't get him wrong. A Patek is a special watch. There are reasons it costs more than a Panerai, for instance, but that doesn't make it more of a necessity than a Panerai, right? Many take ourselves, and I'm guilty of that, taking our myself and watches way too seriously. Many do that, and maybe we should just not do that so much. I see this a lot on groups. I've even
Mm,
left some groups because I just get a little tired of it. It like brings me
yeah.
down a little bit, all the
Yeah.
negativity. How about you?
Yeah. Dude, I'm guilty of this. I mean, like, like
I've
Oris.
done it. I've done it before too. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oris.
You know what I mean? Like, I just like,
Well, you don't look down on people who own Oris, do you?
no, no. I
Or do
guess
you?
no, I don't think I do. I mean, like, look, I'm human,
Are
and
you
like sometimes,
Orisist?
yeah,
Orisist?
yeah, yeah. I'm an Oris, and Orisism,
Yeah.
and I think like I'm like I said, I'm human, and I'm sure, and I'm opinionated at times, and sometimes, I mean, like I get a little, over the top. So like I'm sure I've offended somebody at some point. And I'm sorry, whoever you are. I'm really really sorry, and I'll try not to do it again. But yeah, no, to each
I
his
think
own.
people could tell it's in good fun with you for the
I
most
hope so.
part.
I really do
Yeah.
hope so.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, look, again, like it said, like, to each his own, right here, right? You know what I mean? Like, people, value different things, right? And there is like we're a whole cornucopia of different personalities in this watch collecting hobby of ours, and we're entitled to those opinions, and yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm guilty. Okay, yeah,
It's
sorry.
kind of funny, isn't it? Like, I don't know, is it really a bragging point that I'm gonna put a whole year's worth of mortgage payments into one watch and, like, I look
Mhm.
down on the
Yeah,
person who's actually sensible with their money? Like,
yeah, you're right.
it's just
Good
messed
point.
up, is it? It's a messed up way of thinking, but I think we've all I never really I don't look down on anyone for
Yeah,
the watches they wear and everything, but there are certain brands or watches, I would say watches even more specifically, that I've had personal experience with that I sometimes will say
yeah,
things about, but,
yeah,
and I'm sure it offends people. I'm just being honest too, but I
yeah,
don't, I think it's awesome. Whatever people like, I think that's great. Just we need people wearing more watches and talking about
yeah.
watches. So whatever it is,
I
I think it's awesome.
I do. One last thing I'll say. I do enjoy it when Archie goes off on Bremont. You know what I mean? Like that was one of my favorite things I've ever seen.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I mean, what would we I mean, gosh, I think I've kind of ripped on Braemont for the logo change and everything, and
Yeah,
I just don't really understand the brand or even like Christopher Ward, but I don't really wanna see it go away. Like, I'm not gonna root for people stop buying the
of course.
watches, and maybe if they're not for me,
Yeah, of
that's okay, but I don't really root for anyone losing their job or anything like that.
course not. Maison saying it, you know, of
Yeah,
course.
that's
Get
right.
nice, not saying anything at all.
Yeah.
Hey, Kara Joy, good to see you.
Well, it's tough on a show like this too, because sometimes we get opinionated and it might
Mhm.
not be positive and it lives on the
Yeah,
internet. So,
yeah. Well,
yeah.
that's the risk.
Yep, that's a cross we bear.
Yeah, that's why we get paid the big bucks.
That's right, that's right. Um, okay, number 4 thing that Tim hates, he hates the never serviced watch. Service your watches, people, damn
Yeah,
it. Pressure test them for water resistance every year. People often tell Tim their watches haven't been serviced in decades, and they do it with a hint of pride in their voice. It like it's some sort of great achievement.
yeah,
And it's usually like an older Rolex or Omega. They can continue to run even if the oils have dried up and the gears are rounding out. There's debris floating around in the watch. The mainspring has gouged the barrel. It has warped jewels. It can still run, but this is not a point of pride. People will say my vintage Rolex never needs a service, but boy, is it keeping lousy time. You ever think there might be a connection between the two there? Get it serviced. Um, these older watches should be keeping impeccable time with regular service. Would you boast about your car going 40,000 miles between oil changes, your Benz or your BMW? Um, wearing the same pair of underwear for a month or eating a pepperoni pizza alone are not a badge of honor. Neither is not servicing your watch. I don't know. I've bragged about eating a whole pizza by myself plenty of times.
yeah, yeah. That's why you eat a whole
Yeah,
thing of pizza. You brag about it,
to impress people.
Exactly. I think this is not a hill that I'm gonna die on either. I mean, like he's definitely very upset about. I mean, that he really
Yes.
is, and maybe it's a product of him working for an like a seller, and I'm sure they have watchmakers there, and they
Yeah.
do
He
servicing.
said he's seen some things.
Yeah, and I'm sure, right. So like he's seen some things, right? More than we will ever see, right?
Yeah.
So maybe, look, I guess, like, I can understand why he would take this position. I just think he just like was like he's like really it's really upsetting to him that people don't
Yeah.
service their watches.
Well,
What
I
do you
think when
think?
you handle so many pre-owned watches like he
Yeah,
has, you probably see some like egregious things that we're not on that side of it. So, um, I'm sure he's seen some
yeah,
real funky watches come in that shouldn't have been serviced. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I had my wife's. I think I've told this story. Was it had dust under the dial or on the dial under the crystal, and I sent it in, and they opened it up, of course, and took that out, and it didn't whine the same when I got it back.
mm,
It was like so I'm always a little afraid of opening a watch when I don't have to, or
yeah,
even having somebody else do it. So I
yeah,
don't know. And to be honest, I've never really kept a watch long enough to the point where it like needed a service, and
yeah,
I don't really buy vintage, or they've been any vintage watch I've bought has pretty much been recently serviced, so I'm good to
yeah.
go there too.
The only luxury watch expensive. I call it pricey. The Seahawk, my Gerard Pergo Seahawk. I did end up getting it serviced maybe about 15 years after I bought it, right? No, maybe no, it was like maybe like 13 years. 13, it was 13 years. And the only reason why I got a service, it was fine. The date would change at 6 o'clock as opposed to 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
And yeah, obviously there's something going on there, but I mean like everything else like ran perfectly fine. So I did end up sending that. So I guess like I'm of the opinion like Von Krul quoting Bill Sanders here like clearly when it clearly needs a service and not before then. He makes Tim does make some good points about the oils, especially some of the animal based oils like you know you know clumping up
Yeah.
and causing some problems. Um, and and then like the car reference is an interesting one. It's a little bit different. I mean like you need the car, you don't need the watch. I mean like okay, you don't need the car, but I mean like people need
Yeah.
car to get to work. You know what I mean? To there's a whole like other things. There's a lot of other things that are happening there that are surrounding the car that you need to take care of it, right? Um, and he got a little salty, a little peppery, right?
Yeah.
What is Caliber saying? Yes, unfortunately, we also hear the frequent issues that happen due to watch service, scratches, dust,
Yep.
doing work not authorized. Happened to me, even giving it back to the authorized AD. Hey, Scrape. Um, I had my Breitling Navitimer service the other year when it became obvious that it needed a service. The winding cap still can go. The winding cap got stiff. Official Breitling service despot is despite being I'm sorry despot despite being a Valjoux movement. Hey, it's late, man. It's late. Um,
Yep.
I got stuff. Yeah, I mean like yeah, just as if it needs it, it needs it, right? I mean like I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
That's the way I look at
when
it.
would you service like if my Air King? I've noticed it's yeah, it used to be like less than a second a day
Hmm.
off,
Hmm.
and now it's like a second and a half a day off.
Yeah.
I've been wearing it a lot over 3 years now. So when
Is
would
it
I
under
bring that
warranty
in?
still?
Yeah, I think 5 years. So I got it 3 years ago. So I mean, it's still running at the
Yeah.
superlative chronometer, but I feel like it's slowly by 5 years. It might be what 2.5 seconds. Do I
But I mean,
really care about that?
there could be some variables here that, like, maybe it's like,
Yeah, it was
have you been wearing
summer. It
it?
was
Have you been
warmer.
wearing it
So
all day? And
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Like the angle, the positioning.
My watches sit half a day during the week because I work,
Yeah.
and I don't wear them to work. So yeah, yeah.
I think you're fine.
So
I think you're
could
fine.
be, but yeah, I don't. It would have to be like even 5 seconds. I don't think I would. If it were like 10 seconds, then like something's
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
wrong
yeah, yeah,
enough to.
for sure.
Yeah,
Then that's why I asked you about the warranty. Then
yeah,
if it's within the warranty, definitely
yeah.
take advantage if that's part of fixing the. I don't know, but yeah.
But if it's like 4.5 years and it's running 3-4 seconds off a day, like do I do it because it's covered under warranty?
That's a good question, man.
Yeah.
That's
Hmm.
a good question.
All right, now we have one more here. Number
Yep.
5, bringing politics into the hobby, which right now there's a lot going on, so it's
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you definitely don't want to do it. Shy away from politics.
Yeah.
He's not talking about the politics ADs, Rolex and AP ADs, right? Not that kind of politics, the kind you see on TV. Um, it kills civility in watch groups, right? I've seen it happen a bunch.
Yeah.
You just stay away from it. Stay away from politics and watch groups. Keep it fun. He talked about the Trump video he did on that Trump watch, and he had to get permission from the higher ups to even do the episode. He had to be very careful, had to play it right down the middle, took no position politically other than on the watch. And a lot of times in watch groups, if somebody does say something that offends you politically, kill them with kindness or just go the other way, just walk away. Like Lord Humongous says, just walk away. More and more I have seen some political stuff, and not only watch groups but other groups where it doesn't belong, and usually the moderators of those groups will snuff it out pretty quickly. But yeah, just it gets ugly. Yeah, we don't need to be talking about
Yeah.
politics. You're not gonna change anyone's mind, and you're really just going to, piss people off probably and lose friends possibly. So,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, it's definitely not recommended. Hey, look, I'm guilty of it. I mean, but look, I mean, some of the watch groups that I'm in, I'm in some groups with guys that I've known for since I
right.
started hobby. So there is a little bit of comfort level there. It's still not a good idea, and it still never ends well. I feel like when that happens. But so try to shy away from it. But every once in a while, it slips out a little bit. But I'm human. I'm human. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm opinion.
Oh, yeah, I'll get fired up about it. I mean, it's yeah, it can be a volatile subject, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, talking about it with people that you're comfortable with, and I know a lot of people that I'm friendly with in the hobby and outside the hobby are have different opinions
yeah,
than me, and we usually just don't go there.
yeah.
Focus on the things we
Best
do agree
best
on,
policy.
loving dogs, loving
Yeah,
life, whatever. But
yeah,
yeah, sometimes the things slip out a little bit, but
yeah.
yeah.
Hey, Ramit, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Uh, but I mean, like, even politics with like friends and family, it just don't. It's just like don't even.
Yeah.
You know.
Don't go there. Sometimes I know certain family members of mine will say it and just, egg
Yeah,
me on or something, and,
yeah,
sometimes I get sucked down the road and sometimes
yeah,
I don't.
yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
best not. It's best
yeah.
not. All right. Well done, my friend.
Thank you.
Let's jump right into the next video, and that is from Horologique, watches to avoid in 2025. He just came out with this video. Man, you got to come out with a video earlier in the year, in
I
early
know. Made
2025.
all these mistakes. It's September. Where were you in
Yeah, I know,
February?
man. I needed this advice earlier on. Damn it. Don't buy these watches if you value your money. Um, he starts off right off the bat. He says, "Here is something that no one wants to admit in 2025. It's a minefield out there, 2025 for collectors and buyers." And again, I have stepped on some mines. And where have you been, Horologique? Um, After 10 years and 300 watches, he is going to lay it out. He's not going to sugarcoat it at all for us, and just laying down the truth about which watches you should stay away from this year. He doesn't care if he's ruffling any feathers. He doesn't care. He does not care. He's going to
Caution to
ruffle
the
some
wind.
feathers. What was that?
He throws caution to the
It's
wind.
caution to the wind, and he's just going to let us know, what to avoid. Number one, fashion watches. Fashion watches. MVMT, Daniel Wellington, Tommy Hilfiger, etc. Still pushing $200 to $500 watches that are glorified accessories. Bottom of the barrel quartz movements, straps that look terrible after a month, etc. For so many, for the same money, you can get a Casio, a Citizen, or a Seiko. So don't fall for these fashion watches, he's saying. Number two, Tag Heuer Formula One Solograph. Now he's getting into some dangerous territory. He knows it. He
Yep.
knows it. He doesn't care. Still, he can't believe they're still charging 2K for a dressed up swatch. Ooh, shots fired. The quality's not there. The bezel's plastic, and with some of these models, it's got a quartz Miota. Not nothing against Miota or quartz Miota. It's probably a fine quartz movement, but not at 2K. He doesn't want to see it there. And he's not stopping here. Hublot, you're on his list.
Uh-oh.
Big Bang, expensive marketing wrapped around an ETA 2824. And this one's going to surprise you guys, right? JLC.
Wow.
JLC not immune to this garbage, right? Playing the price hype game. Most of their models up 30, 40% in the last couple of years, especially the Reverso. Yeah, yeah, the Reverso, the icon, he's taking it down too. Now he moves over to microbrands. Now microbrands used to be the unsung heroes, but success, has gotten to some of them, and he points the finger at Christopher Ward, right? Once a lot of value here, right? But now up to 2K for basic Solita movements with mass-produced cases. Corona Tokyo, beautiful watch, lovely. He likes the way they look. But come on, $1,500 for watches with a simple Miyota movement. He's really digging in here with like the price value ratio, whatever, and the movement, right? Like he's
Yeah.
expecting some better, movements here. Um, 2025, the year of the collab cash grab. Brands were stamping limited editions and doubling the price of them. The Omega Swatch. Oh yeah, Swatch. He's coming after you too. At first, fine. Moon Swatch, awesome. But now it seems like every month there's a new must-have drop with the prices climbing. And then he mentions one of my nightmares: the AP and Marvel collaboration. Oh, those watches were terrible, but thank God those had died out. He's like, if you want to watch, just buy the real model. Don't bother with the collab, the limited edition collab. So now he pivots. He says, if you want real value in 2025, stick with Seiko and Casio for everyday pieces. I'm going to throw in their Citizen. I know, I'm pretty sure he probably meant to throw in Citizen as well. For luxury, Tudor still is offering something out there, and Grand Seiko is still offering some great value, although the prices of those watches have been going up. And we know about all the great things that Grand Seiko is known for. For absolute value, you got to go to AliExpress, man, where brands like Saint Martin, as he said, Seagull, and etc., are really, really worth it. All right. Um, Summing up, he says, don't dive into a watch just because of the hype, collabs, or the influence noise. Buy the watch that is built to last and deserving of your money. There's a lot of feathers being ruffled in that one,
Yes.
Clayton. What do you think? What are your
I'm
thoughts?
I'm gonna take this into 2026 too, because this guy's probably not gonna release his video till September again. So,
Right.
um,
2026, watch out. Okay.
I just look at the hobby differently, I think, than this guy a little bit. Like value to a point, it matters, but really, like if I like the F1, and
Yeah.
I don't care about the price. If I think it's cool enough, it's fun. I'm not gonna buy something that's better value just because it's I don't know. If it's
Yeah.
not fun, like, I just had Pete McConville on,
Hmm.
my podcast, and, we were talking a little bit about this kinda thing, and he said, "That's sort of how I buy my microwave or my dishwasher, like, best value. When it comes to watches, I buy what I like. If it's
Mm.
a plastic watch with a quartz movement, and it's $2,000, but I really like it, I'm gonna go for that instead of, like, an Orient Mako, which is so boring, nobody buys them. There's a reason I haven't bought one before, I'm not gonna start now over a
Right.
watch I really like. So the value thing to a point, maybe when I was first getting in the hobby was important, but now, no, not so much. If I bought a very expensive GP casket, which most people probably like, what the hell? What a waste of money. I like it. I
Yeah.
liked it, and I was able to buy it, so I bought it.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
Yeah.
So it's not great value at all.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and sometimes I like limited stuff too. Like sometimes that's the appeal, the idea that not everyone's going to have one, or maybe trying to chase one down,
Mm.
hunting for one. So that kind of thing can be fun too. And maybe it's a collaboration with a brand that means a lot to you. Like I know like a lot of people are to those Seiko Datsun watches that were just released, or whatever the collaboration might be. Sometimes G-Shock does some fun collaborations with cool companies that they go up fast. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I think I just look at watches differently than him, but that's okay.
Yeah. I don't think he said anything new, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, like, there's some points that he made that will stand the test of time, right? You know what I mean? Especially at the end, if if it's good advice to buy something that you like and that it's going to be, that's built to last and
Yeah.
deserving of your money, right? So I think that's fair advice. I mean, it maybe not be in the spirit of it, especially if you like something goofy, like a goofy watch, it's not going to last that long, but I mean, like, you just like it, you know what I mean? This is discretionary kind of like money. You're supposed to be using money that that after you pay all your bills and paid for family vacations and doing all that kind of stuff, like this is like the change you find underneath your couch and whatnot, and so you're
Yeah.
not gonna mind losing it if you lost it, right? But yeah, I mean, like, you know like, okay, I mean, like, don't buy, I mean, I wouldn't buy, I would advise somebody not to buy MVMT watches.
Yeah. Oh
If
yeah.
that
Yeah.
for that price point, you can definitely get yourself a nice little Seiko 5,
That's right.
right? You
Yep.
know, or a G-Shock, or some sort of
Yeah.
Casio, right? With Eco Drive, which is actually really cool. You know what I mean? Like, powered by
Yeah.
the sun. You know what I mean? So,
I
like,
agree with that.
yeah, there's some solid advice here. And in regards to the brands, I mean, like you said, I mean, like, you buy what you like. If you like that Big Bang, just buy the Big Bang. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, if it makes you happy, it makes you happy.
I would
Uh,
advise more like buying pre-owned perhaps
oh
and
yeah,
finding
yeah,
good
yeah, yeah,
deals
yeah.
on stuff. But
Yeah,
yeah.
that's probably maybe coming in 2026 when he does that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely buy pre-owned. Hey, Slayer, yeah, I'm a big Slayer fan. I like Slayer.
Are you gonna see them on this
I
are they
don't know.
touring again? What's
I
going
mean,
on?
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're tutoring. I mean, I know they played in PA not too long ago, but it was like 2 hours away, 2 or 3 hours. I mean, like, at this point, if it fell on a Saturday night and if it was like less than an hour away, I would go. I would do it.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. I don't think it's like a real tour, but they're playing some shows. There's some festivals here or there. Every watch is a glorified accessory, says Wei Ben. Maison says, I would have been interested in the Moser Medina Labs Chrono. I thought those are kind of cool, but I wasn't in a position to buy that thing, so I'm no not about to blow money that I don't have another thing. Okay, as I is saying, the meaning of value is different to everyone. He's sticking with your CQ, on your short list. Yeah, yeah, man. You know
Yep.
what are you gonna
Yeah,
do?
I mean, I don't know. Watches are you should buy what you like, and
Yeah,
sometimes what you like, I might say like, "Oh man, why is he buying that thing?
yeah,
Holy crap!" But if you like it, I'm not you. So
yeah,
ultimately, um, it's kind of like I always feel like telling people they shouldn't buy something is almost like, or they collect it in a way that they shouldn't or something is almost like talking politics. You're not going to change anyone's mind. And
yeah.
actually, if you tell me that you don't like what I'm doing, I'm more likely to double down on it. Oh, you don't like that, huh?
That's fake news.
I'm gonna buy 3 of those F1s. F you, pal.
That's fake news.
F1, F you.
Fake news, Clayton. That's fake
Yeah.
news.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh man, hey, we did it, man. We did it
Yeah,
again. We we
yeah.
are we are undefeated. Every time we do one of these shows. So
Good times. Yeah,
good time.
I'm hoping to see, I'd like to see Slayer. I don't really have any concerts. Oh, you know what I am going to see?
Yeah,
You know the horror director John Carpenter?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so he actually does music with his son. He actually did a lot of the music for his movies. He's doing a concert in New York in a couple weeks on a Friday night. So I'm taking the day off with
Oh,
me and my
nice.
neighbor are going to New York, and we're doing a meet and greet with him too. So
Did he direct They Live with Roddy Piper?
yes,
Oh, that
yep,
movie's so good. I
yep.
mean, I haven't seen it
Epic
like in
fight
20 years.
scene, epic
Huh?
fight. It doesn't. I
Eh,
wouldn't say it holds up awesome,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that fight scene with Keith David and
Oh,
Roddy
yeah, yeah,
Piper is
yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh yeah,
But I
amazing.
remember, like, as a kid, like, that movie freaked me out, you know?
Obey.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
awesome
I don't
movie.
I don't have any I mean, like, my kids are just, like, they're looking forward, they wanna go see Iron Maiden. So I think they're gonna be Maiden is probably gonna be doing a North American tour next year, and it's gonna be like they've been from what I've gathered, right? We saw them last November. They take about like 4 or 5 albums and they play most of the songs from those albums,
Yeah,
with
they
the
do like
exception
a
of like
Legacy of the Beast tour or something,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So next, it seems like next tour they're gonna be doing a lot of like Power Slave and Peace of Mind stuff, which is great. That's some Maiden that I love. And and so like my kids, they want to go, so they did really well with the concert that we took to them this past summer with Perfect Circle, Pucifer, and Primus. They were into it, so
Cool.
I think they'll be into like would kind of show that Maiden puts up like a little bit of show. They got like a couple
Oh
things in
yeah.
the background, so I think they'll be into that. But
Eddie walking the
yeah,
stage,
yeah,
or
yeah,
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 all kinds of yeah, really
yeah.
cool stuff. So
But I don't know. I mean, like I've always look to see like who's playing, and like I'm not seeing anything in the next couple months that's really interesting. Although Queens of the Stone Age are playing in Philly in October, but I think it's during like a weekday. I can't do that. You
yeah,
know.
that's tough. I can't remember the name of the band, but there's a little club in Providence. It used to be called Lupo's. Now it's called the Strand. But oh, I wish I could think of the name of the band. But anyway, my buddy is coming from New Hampshire. We're going to that on Monday night. Monday night.
Nice,
I don't know
nice.
what day it is. And then a couple weeks ago, I went to a very small bar in Providence. It was my friend, my neighbor, who I'm going to John Carpenter with. His buddy is in a like metal band. They do their own stuff, but like some covers
Yeah,
too. And one of the guys, the lead guitarist, it was his bachelor party, and he wanted to like play a gig for like his friends. So
that's awesome.
that was his bachelor party, his band playing at this bar. And they did two big sets. They did a Sepultura cover set, and then
Oh,
they did
nice.
like old school Metallica, like nothing beyond Master of Puppets. So
Right.
it was pretty awesome. Yeah,
Oh, the Sepultura, man. I would have loved to have
yeah,
seen that, man.
they're really good. I mean,
Yeah,
we tailgated last summer when we went to Metallica. We tailgated with these guys, and
yeah,
one of the guys gave me his CD from the band. It was like, check it out. Love to hear what you think. And they're really good.
yeah.
They're
Awesome.
really yeah. It was impressive. Yeah, they did a really good job on Sepultura and Metallica.
We definitely got to do a metal show. Me and you.
Yeah, we never
Talk,
talked about Aussie.
talk about. Oh yeah, we gotta set some time aside. Not on
Let's
a
do a
watch list.
podcast. Let's
Or
do it.
that perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. Sneaking a canned fish in a
Oh God, yes.
bring some Deans okay, all right, man. All right. Well, hey, Clayton, it's great
All
doing this,
right.
man. Have a good night, man. Hey, see you next Wednesday.
Sounds
And
good.
Chad, thanks again for all your support, and we will see you guys next week on another episode of Watch Suit. Take care.
Take care, guys.